Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask Jameen. I am Nikki Willis, and
I'm Jameen.
And today we've got two questions, but the first one is a question that many of you are asking right now based on the temperature of the market. Okay, it's a seller's market right now, and the question is this market the new normal? All right, here we go. So today's question, or one of the questions for today is this market the new normal?
We don't have a crystal ball. We can't exactly pinpoint and accurately predict exactly what's going to happen in the future. Mm-hmm. In short, in terms of pricing, I think that yes, this is going to be the new normal, at least through the end of 2021.
Okay. So what have prices looked like? What's the trend?
Pricing is we're at the top of the market. Okay. People are having to be at over list price or even several $1,000s over list price just to get a contract accepted. Mm-hmm. The prices of rentals are up right now, and I definitely anticipate those continuing to go up. Rental pricing is going to continue to go up. Okay. There's a couple factors. One of the biggest factor right now is just the shortage of inventory. Yeah. If there's not a lot of inventory available, it makes it more valuable. Yeah. So in terms of pricing, I think that this, yes, will be the new normal in terms of pricing. You may not have to overbid. Okay. $20,000 over the list price in order to get something, but in terms of pricing, I don't think prices are going to plunge or go down because of any factor, even if when COVID is over, or if people start getting evicted and foreclosures start happening, I don't think things are going to plunge like they did back in 2008 and 2009. So right. In terms of pricing, right now, yes, at least through the end of 2021, this is the new normal as far as pricing. Okay. Now, as far as
appraisals, so those who are getting home loans, as far as appraisals, when they're offering over list price, but when it gets to the appraisal part and it's not appraising for that value, what are the options? What's happening, and what do buyers need to understand during that time?
Well, you have a certain percentage of buyers that are in the market that they can not only afford to buy, but they can also afford to contribute more into buying a house. Okay. So if you get an appraisal and something doesn't appraise, there's buyers in this market that are willing to pay over and above what things are willing to appraise for. Okay. Those are going to trickle and eventually go away. Those type of buyers are going to kind of eventually go away. And then you'll have your appraisals to where a lot is even now. Somebody may be at over list price, but then you get the appraisal and then it doesn't appraise. Right. So then you have to renegotiate the price. Okay. And go down on the sales price. But you just kind of like, you don't count it all the way until it's closed. Yeah. Because you may renegotiate and then you'll be way higher than list price just to get it. Yes. Knowing that it may not appraise and the price will be lower. Yeah. It doesn't make a difference on the buyer's end because they're either getting it for the price that they were willing to offer. Okay. Or whatever the appraise is at, the sellers are going to get less money. Okay. But in terms of appraisals, those people bidding over list price and willing to pay if it doesn't appraise, eventually those will kind of trickle down and go away. Okay. Unless the inventory gets even less than right now, which I don't anticipate because it's really low right now. I mean,
we're saying low, meaning there are about 15 to 16 days of inventory. So I mean, if something
0.6 is what we're 0.6, so about 16
days worth of inventory. So if something, basically we're saying if something goes on the market on the 1st, by the 15th they're already under contract. Headed towards closing the contract. So within 2 weeks homes are, already under contract. They've received multiple offers, and and buyers are forced to give what I call the biggest and best. It is not biggest and best. The highest and best. The highest and best offer. So just something for everybody to be on the lookout for on the buyer side and on the seller side, and what to expect.
Yeah, so I think like this time last year, well, not this time last year, everything shut down.
Yeah.
But like a couple months after everything shut down, people was like, oh, we're about to have another real estate market collapse, and prices are going to plunge, and then I'm going to wait and buy a house. Well, if you're waiting for the prices to plunge,
it's not happening right now.
Don't hold your breath. Because it's, one, it hasn't happened in a year.
Facts.
And two, I don't think that it's going to happen at all. If anything, prices will continue to increase.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those people that were waiting for prices to plunge, you missed your opportunity. And so when you waited, now when you go back, things are going to be much higher than while you were waiting. If you would have just bought something when you could or possibly should have.
But with that being said, though, now is still a good time to purchase, because as they're still going up, go ahead and get, you'll probably want to buy now or as soon as possible. So if you need help purchasing or want to look at your situation, you can give us a call at 702-249-9061, or you can visit our website at thewillisteamlv.com, and we'd be happy to help you and talk you through your situation and talk to you a little bit more about what's going on in the market. All right, babe, anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, so in terms of the new normal, in terms of pricing, this is what it is right now, probably through the end of 2021. In terms of inventory, I don't see this being the new normal.
Okay.
Our inventory is going to get better.
Okay.
So right now, our inventory is extremely low. But as the evictions start to happen and foreclosures start, more homes are going to become available.
Okay.
So there's going to be more inventory, and on top of just the normal amount of properties that come on the market in the spring and the summer, you will see more houses become available.
Well, that's good.
So that, in terms of inventory, do I think this is the new normal? No.
Okay.
Inventory will get better, but it's not going to be just a flood of houses coming on the market like 2008, 2009, or even like we thought the effects of COVID would have. And so, shout out to the government or whichever president you want to give credit. So that prevented a bunch of evictions all happening at one time, a bunch of foreclosures happening at one time. Another thing I want to point out is the difference between 2008 and 2009 is back in 2008 and 2009, a bunch of people were upside down.
So true.
So they owed more on their house than what the house was worth.
Yeah.
So that caused the foreclosure. Now, people may be unemployed or affected by COVID, and they were behind. They may be behind on their mortgage.
Yeah.
But this situation is different. They're not upside down.
Okay.
So people who get foreclosed on now, if you get foreclosed on now, it's more of negligence. You just didn't call the bank, or you didn't put the property on the market to sell, because if you're behind on your mortgage now, you can put it on the market and sell it and not get foreclosed on. So that's why I say more properties will become available, but it won't be this mass wave of foreclosures, because a lot of the people that are behind aren't upside down. They're just behind.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah. That's such a good point. Okay.
That's the difference. That's a big difference between
2008, 2009, and then now. Okay.
Those people who are behind right now, yes, they're behind. They're getting notice of default. But the only way they will get foreclosed on is if they don't sell.
Okay. All right. So,
which is still price. You still gonna pay. Even though they're behind, they put it on the market. They're putting it on the market for what it's worth instead of a short sale. Or now it went from owner occupied to a bank, which is typically a deal. So it's just a regular sale.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that's good stuff. Especially those who might be thinking about selling right now due to COVID or just due to different circumstances. You might be thinking about, okay, should I put my house on the market? Will it be worth it? all that type of stuff. And with low inventory, it will be worth it. It really will be worth it. And, you can get up from under that house and, move on to a different situation. So it definitely could be an opportunity if you're selling right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another thing I wanted to point out is the reason why prices just won't plunge is buyers never go away, really.
Yeah.
The type of buyer changes.
Okay. Go ahead and get into that.
In a seller's market, you have a bunch of individuals, people who are relocating, moving to a new city, first-time home buyers, buying a house. In a buyer's market, it's typically more investors, hedge funds, Zillow, Open Door, people buying a property. So there's always buyers out there. It's the type of buyer change. So there's always buyers out there. The type of buyer changes. So in a seller's market, it's normally owner-occupied, regular consumer buying houses.
Okay. And so they're buying it to live in there.
To live in.
Okay. In a buyer's market.
Buyer's market is a little bit more investor friendly. So it's more investors and hedge funds. And corporations buying more property.
And they're looking for deals.
They're looking for a deal.
Okay.
If they can find it. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So let's get into the second question. Okay. And this one, I'm going to ask you to predict the future. How is the second half of this year going to be? You answered that a little bit, but let's really dive into, okay, this is what the market looks like now. Is this our new normal? But what is this going to look like in, quarter 3, quarter 4? Is it going to remain the same? Are we going to see some changes? What's it looking like?
I'm going to get a little bit on my Gary V right now on my predictions. I'm going to get on my Gary V a little bit on predictions. So there's a lot of different factors that can come into play that's going to determine how the second half of this year is going to be.
Okay.
The biggest factor is what's happening right now. So what's happening right now? More things are opening up. People are starting back to travel. At least here, they said at least 25-30% of people have been vaccinated. People are feeling more comfortable spending money, so you're starting to see things get better.
Okay.
So with that, at least here in Vegas where we live, where our market is, that means more people are going back to work. And when more people are going back to work, they explore their options on moving, whether it's a rental or a purchase, things like that. So I think that as you see the country opening back up and things getting better economy-wise, you're going to see more transaction, more movement.
Okay, stop.
What?
Clear your throat again. I felt it coming.
A little water. Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. So another one of the biggest factors is what's going to happen with interest rates.
Yes.
So the second half of the year is really going to be determined. One of the biggest factors are going to be interest rates.
Okay.
Now here's my prediction. I'll just go ahead and put it out there. So my prediction is the market will become more balanced.
Okay.
I don't see the market tanking and things getting terribly bad the second half of the year, and I don't see it staying exactly how it's been for the past year. I see it being more balanced.
Okay.
So if I see interest rates going up a little bit, and if interest rates gets raised a little bit, then it'll balance the market out.
Okay, balance the market out how?
So it won't be as crazy to where, there's 19 offers on one property.
Okay.
And people bidding way higher than list price.
Okay.
So when they raise interest rates, people start to think, okay, maybe I will hold off. So right now it's cheap to lend.
It's
cheap to borrow.
Right.
So if interest rates go up, then there's a certain percentage of people that say, okay, I'm going to hold off on buying. So somebody at 3% may say, yes, I'm going to go ahead and buy. at 4.5%, somebody may say, I'm going to stay put.
Okay.
That's a certain percentage of the market that's going to happen there. So I see the market being a little bit more
balanced in that regard,
yes.
to where it's not as competitive.
Yep.
To purchase a home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other factor is what laws are going to go into place or what regulations. So if they extend an eviction moratorium,
yeah,
we might see a little bit more of the same of what we've been seeing for a little while longer. If they extend the forbearance option, it may prolong the market being more balanced.
Yeah.
If they open things up for people to get evicted, there's going to be more rental properties available. It's going to be more opportunities for people who don't want to rent anymore to sell property. So it's going to open up the inventory.
Okay.
But if they extend it, you may see a little bit longer
of what we're seeing now.
Of what we're seeing now.
Okay.
So if people start getting evicted,
yep,
and people can't do a forbearance, they're going to be forced to have to put their house on the market or make some type of move.
Okay.
So I see the market being a little bit more balanced the second half of the year, depending on interest rates and government regulations and laws that are in place.
And it kind of seems like they're headed towards that way. If you kind of look at what the administration is doing, you know, with people getting vaccines, they're looking at, you know, the U.S. being mostly vaccinated by June, July. So you're looking at that. The moratoriums being lifted now, I think in June or like the end of June now. So it's looking like it's headed that way, to where we're gonna have more of that inventory open up. So as far as the vaccinations, it looks like it's headed towards that way.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, that is the prediction of the second half of 2021. Now, if you are interested in buying now in the first half of 2021, we can help you do that. You can give us a call at 702-249-9061, or you can visit our email or our website. You can visit our website at thewillisteamlv.com. You can also email us at thewillisteamlv@gmail.com. So any of those ways, reach out to us. We'd love to help you. If you're interested in buying a property, if you're interested in selling your home, call us and we can help you. Also, if you're looking to invest, investors are still investing in the Las Vegas area. It's a great place to invest in. So if you're looking to build your portfolio, give us a call and we can help you find the deals that you need. Well, this has been another episode of Ask Jameen. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you liked this video or any of our other videos, make sure you like and share and subscribe.
Smash the like button.
Yes, smash that like button. Are we doing that? Are we?
And subscribe.
Okay, we're doing that. Smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. And I think that was it. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.